Before we start, I really welcome Gautam Guha, who on very short notice from me, agreed to do this for us. And before we move ahead, and we have a lot of August audience who have, in fact, become a part of this event because of Colonel Guha. I think we have some services within the audience. So I welcome everyone who's not a part of IRO. I welcome everyone who's a part of IRO. And on that note, I'd like to ask Nikita to, introduce Evolve and introduce Colonel Guha to everybody.
Chinese export SE10.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and I hope everyone is doing good health. Okay. So I'll start with our Evolve 01 session. What exactly is the Evolve 01 session? It is a leadership talk initiative where we bring in the industry leaders who volunteer to share their perspective, their beliefs, and their experiences with our entire IRO team as well as the guest. It is an open ecosystem which is fostered to share the events that are milestones in creating impactful leaders for IRO. Here, the leaders share their insightful journeys, their experiences, and their expertise to help us develop our view of the future. So, today, talking about today's guest, I am very excited. He is an infantry officer of 1990 batch of National Defense Academy, proudly welcoming Colonel Gautam Guha. His journey is very extensive, tenure in Jammu Kashmir along the LOC and in the value in insurgency operations. He has had a deputation with NSG from 2006 to 9, and the officer who took part in 2611 Mumbai operation, again a proud moment to us. He has also served the world's highest battlefield at Siachen in 2009-10 and later commanded his battalion at Chushul along the Chinese border in eastern Ladakh. Okay, that is extremely proud to India and to us as well. After that, in 2013, his health deteriorated after a spinal injury and he was diagnosed a diabetic. Later on, he became a permanent low medical category for metabolic syndrome as well. Colonel Guha, after that, has lost around 37 kgs and not only reversed his obesity, but also all the ailments like diabetes and hypertension. He has also left all his medicines in this process. So, since June 2018, he has started his journey and creating awareness of reversing lifestyle ailments. As a motivational speaker and a lifestyle coach, he has also spoken at a number of defense and civil platforms, including the prestigious Healthcare Product Summit at Hyderabad. He has his own YouTube channel as well and social platforms, which is very good for us youth, where he endeavors to create awareness and help people to reverse their ailment and obesity. So, not taking too much of time, Colonel Gautam Guha is with us today to talk about the importance of healthy lifestyle and corporates. I welcome Colonel on behalf of IRO. Over to you, Colonel. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you.
Yes.
At the very outset, I would like to thank Team IRO, Nikita, Stephen, and Atharva, who are in touch with me. Thank you, Nikita, for this introduction, though I'm going to cover part of it in my presentation. And as you rightly explained, what is Evolve 1 initially? And when I asked Atharva what is the target audience, leaving aside a lot of people who have joined probably from my health groups, basically the Team IRO, I'm told, is a young team which is full of Josh. So I presume that bulk of the audience, maybe 70 to 80% of the audience, you all are youngsters. You all are in the age bracket of 25 to maybe 35. Okay. Also, being an army officer, and I'm still serving, I'm on deputation with the NCC. I always get excited when I'm speaking to youth, because motivation should come from all quarters. And if I get a chance to motivate someone, why should I leave that? So today's talk of mine is going to be primarily the initial about 10 minutes to motivate you. I'm not going to repeat my journey for the sake of just repeating, but I want that each and every youngster who's listening to me and the balance of the audience must carry home certain points. And that is what is going to be the last part of my, or rather the second part of my presentation. So maybe initial 5 to about 8 minutes about myself, followed by about another 20 minutes on what are the lessons I've learned in my life. And probably you all can take that. How you should perceive health. What are the nuances? And the topic given to me was also, the corporate. So yes, I'm going to cover that also a bit. At the end, I'm going to take some certain Q&A. I think I will have about 15 to 20 minutes for that. So that's going to be the schedule for now, for today. Before I commence, my medium of talking could be English and Hindi. I hope you all are comfortable with that. I am connecting with you all from Lucknow. That's why I'm wearing a crack upper. I believe bulk of the audience is listening to me from Pune and Bangalore, where the temperatures are quite are not as cold. And I also know that there are certain people who have connected from around the world, including Dubai and Singapore, who are from my health. Okay. I stay in a flat, AWHO flat, where the power may go anytime. So in case we get disconnected, please don't bother. Give me 2 minutes. The generator takes about 2 minutes to start. I'll be connected again. Okay. So before I start the presentation, just a couple of thoughts I want to throw across to you. You see, with the advancement of modern science and the tremendous, leaps and bound progress that the healthcare sector has made, the diagnosis has improved. You see diagnostic centers everywhere. You find new and better drugs coming up. But we as a nation, can I request everyone to just mute their microphone, please? Thank you. Now, with the advancement of all this medical science that's happening, and we see it every day in the television and in the media, why is it that our health graph is not improving as a nation, as a society? Why is it that more and more diagnostic centers have to mushroom? Why is it that we need to go to the doctors and go to the hospitals far too often? Why is it that the people at a very young age are falling prey to various lifestyle ailments? And why is it? That is where the Fauji within me, starts sort of pricking me. Is that why we as a learned society have accepted this fact that these are chronic disease. These are chronic ailments, and we are going to live with it till the time we die and we go to our graves. Why? Why can't we look at it in a positive way? Why can't we look at it in terms of a reversal? And yes, I know people and doctors, they do talk about reversal and remission and etc. And I give them just one simple example. That, sir, today I had COVID and today I'm COVID negative. So have I reversed COVID or am I in a remission? Today I have a cough and cold. Or today I have fever. I've got a viral fever. I take medicines or I do whatever. I do naturopathy, allopathy, homeopathy, whatever I do. And my cough and cold goes away. So what have I done? Have I reversed my cough and cold or am I in remission? So yes, each and every lifestyle ailment can be reversed. The second point I want to leave with you before I start my presentation is that all of you who are listening to me must realize that we all have become so busy in our modern times, especially, that we have stopped communicating with our body. This human body, which is God's wonderful creation, right from the time we have come out of our mother's womb, we get signals from our body. Kab bhook lag raha hai, kab pyas lag raha hai. But we don't want to listen to it. When we are thirsty, we don't want to drink. And then we want to wear a watch and put a timer And after every 1 hour, keep gulping water. Going crazy. When we are hungry, we don't eat. But just because the flight has got delayed in an airport, we get very excited. Yaar, chal dekhte hain, yaar, airport mein naya kya khula hai? Is the body hungry? And hunger or thirst is just one example I've given. You young corporates, I know you have a target, you have a job to do. I understand that. And you also must understand that I have also worked for last 30 years in this nation. I have also been through everything. These thoughts never dawned in me when I was your age, probably. And that's why I want that at the age of 20, at this impressionable age, you must think what I am thinking now at the age of 50. So we need to listen to communicate with our body. Our body will communicate for everything. It will tell you that now you are tired. Please put your eyelids down. But we want to keep it up. We want to put in caffeine at that time when caffeine is not good. Caffeine is good. But we want to put in caffeine at that time because you have to do a presentation and finish some work. And we need to find solutions as to how do we understand our body and reciprocate back. The moment you and your body starts communicating much better, you will find that half your problems are over. Okay. So more about all this, I would just now straight away share screen and I have been disabled screen sharing. I'll request the host to kindly enable me.
Hello, can you please give Gautam Guha the rights, please?
Yeah, just give me the rights.
It's done.
Done?
Yes.
Yes, just a minute.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Oh, yeah. You can see the first screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, fine. So, I hope I'm able to keep it as a motivational talk and able to motivate young minds. Nikita has already covered. You see, I am a 93 batch infantry officer, 2010 photographs of Siachen. Before that, 2006 to 9, I was part of the National Security Guards at Manesar, took part in the Mumbai operations as covered. 2010 and 12 was my command days. The picture that you see at the bottom right is at Rizangla. That is in eastern Ladakh. And there is a reason why I'm showing you all these pictures. You see, being 71 born, I was, in the age bracket of 36 to 41 in these pictures. And I was okay. I was fine. I was doing my job, been through NDA and the paces of the army, been in various operations. And I always perceive that good health is equal to a fit body. So I just thought that the best way to keep yourself healthy is to run and do exercise a lot. Is that important? Yes, it is important. But is that only important? No, that's not the way you all should look at health. Okay. As Nikita brought out, 2013 to 17, those were the bad days of my life, those 4 years. I had a spinal injury. I went to the Indian Spinal Injury Center at Vasant Kunj. They told me that, that's the end of this thing. You cannot play now. You cannot do anything. So I stopped playing and I started gaining weight. So I thought that because I've stopped playing and I've reduced my physical activity, which is partially correct, I've started gaining weight. And December 2015, when I was posted at Trivandrum, I was stuck with a random sugar of 415 with a very high glycated blood hemoglobin. So I was, very, very afraid of what has happened to me. And that journey continued, and my various medicines for diabetes type 2 started. Now in army, you have something called medical categorization. So that happened. And initially I was just a category for diabetes. And I just thought that diabetes is a sugar ka bimari. So when you take a lot of sugar, you get diabetes. So I stopped taking sugars and that's about it. And I became a temporary category. I decided that now is the time to join Gold's Gym. And so I joined the gym. There's a good gym near my house. Started eating the so-called balanced diet that you will find when you Google, and a nice little pyramid, which is in the search window, which automatically prompts, because millions and millions of people have looked for this since last 4 decades. So this nice little pyramid of food is what my diet was. So I kept on asking a dietitian whom I used to consult at the who used to sit with my endocrinologist, and she would tell me that, sir, your bread is not very dark brown toasted, so you need to make your bread a little more dark brown. You need
Guys, kindly put it on mute. Sorry, sir. We can cut it.
Not an issue. So the diet, I was very confused with diet. See, I kept on eating dry biscuits and all sugar-free foods, and yet my weight was going up. And then I decided to go for long walks, and from long walks, I then graduated to runs. And in March 2017, I realized that I've got a whole lot of other issues, including hypertension, including dyslipidemia, including high cholesterol, high triglycerides, blood pressure. And I now realize when I see my report that I almost had an underactive thyroid. My TSH level was 5.5. So I then consulted people, and you go everywhere. So right from Ayurvedic centers to the health experts or the physical trainers. So they said I need to start running. So I started running 21 kilometers. And I'm not showing all those pictures, the presentation will become very lengthy. But at the end of it, it was nothing. It was just that I was just getting worse from bad. So yes, being a man in uniform, otherwise also, when you see yourself in the mirror, the shame comes in. You don't know whom to blame, and the guilt, etc. It all probably drove me into this, and today I am here to share my journey with you. These pictures are of 2017, when I was posted at Trivandrum. I was very bad in my health. What is important is not that I was obese. Of course, I was obese because I had 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe if you add hypothyroidism, 5. So what is shown in the left of the screen, serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, those were the body's way of communicating to me that, my dear sir, enough is enough. I have tried to communicate to you, you haven't. So now I'm not able to manage your sugars. And the doctors in this modern world call it diabetes. I tried my best to tell you through various ways that the liver is being overloaded. You did not listen to me. Now the doctors have classified you as whatever grade fatty liver. So the body was communicating and did not realize, and all that you see yourself is in the mirror, and you're just desperate to lose weight. So yes, I was obese. At the same time, I was having a whole lot of ailments. Then the learning started. I got into, I've mentioned in my YouTube videos as to what all happened. And then I transformed myself in 2018. The photograph is December 2018, but I left my last medicine by June, actually. April, I left my last diabetic medicine. And by June, I had left my other medicines. At, yes, 2018 and 19 onwards, my journey of sharing and guiding people as a way of giving back to the society started. Recognition came in form of the army also tweeting about it and putting it in their handle, and that is how the civilians got to know about it. So I started taking talks within my organization at various places. I'm just showing you one of the talks which happened in June 2019 at Jaipur. Of course, Nikita has spoken about this. Went to Hyderabad in 25th of January. I was privileged to share the dais with Dr. Rohit Sane, who is a cardiologist, and he is the MD and CEO of Madhav Bagh. If you Google Madhav Bagh, it's a chain of hospitals wherein they have mixed Ayurveda to deal with heart ailments and obesity related to heart ailments. I also shared the stage with Dr. Rakesh Kalapala, who is the director at the Asian Institute of Gastroenterology at Hyderabad. He, of course, is a master in bariatric surgery, etc. So that's how the team was made, and we discussed as to how lifestyle ailments could be tackled. I also, then the COVID times came, and then it was all online talks. Just 3 slides I'm showing. I've been taking a couple of talks every month. The left one that you see of FTS, Friends of Tribal Society, I took this talk as part of a thing that they had conducted. Unfortunately, after a few weeks, Rather, I think after a few days, Dr. K.K. Agarwal passed away. And today here I am with you to share my thoughts. Okay, that's it. Now let's come to the brass tacks, or the brass tacks is army word, or what we call it. Let's come to the important issues. Okay, what did I learn, and what do I want to tell all of you is what is going to be next 20 to 25 minutes. The onset of lifestyle ailments, as I said, the body communicates. It begins very early. You cannot overlook it. You cannot overlook the fact that your body is trying to tell you that the joints are paining. And instead of addressing the root cause as to why and what is happening inside, that the body is giving me a signal in form of a joint pain. If you start applying something just on the joint, or wearing a kneecap, or etc., or wearing a support, is not the right way. Then these things will only go bad from there. Similarly, be it PCOD, be it fatty liver, be it diabetes, hypertension, various heart ailments, and of course obesity, all these lifestyle ailments, they show very, very early signs. And in my health group, there are young boys and girls in their 20s who are diabetic, and that's very sad. And they are diabetic type 2. I'm talking about type 2 diabetes. And there are youngsters in their 20s and early 30s. And when I ask them that, what else, they say, sir, I'm on hypertensive pills. And they are taking pills for hypertension for last 10 years or maybe 5 years. So, yes. First thing that you must learn is that you need to understand that a stitch in time will save you from all these ailments. All of you must understand the difference between birth age and body age. This is a 1980 model Ambassador car, the one which is on the left and the one is on the right. The only difference is that the maintenance. Similarly, our body, it has a birth age. It is mentioned in your Aadhaar card. You all know when you were born. That is your birth age. I was born on 3rd March 1971, period. So today I am 50 plus. I'm 51 years old. But that is my birth age. At the age of 51, I cannot be looking like 61. And if at the age of 51, I can look like 41, that's my body age. So yes, learn to maintain and take care of your body. Please do not take your health for granted. And as I mentioned initially, being an army officer, I thought fitness is everything. Fitness is just one aspect of good health. And that is why I feel that India has to be healthy first. You cannot have Fit India movement with whole lot of sick people, Or today is some Josh run, today is Fit India movement. So जो 100, 200, 300, 500 लोग आ गए वहां पे, तो किसी की तोंदे निकली हुई हैं, किसी का फैट एक्सेस बढ़ा हुआ है, कोई सुबह सुबह अपना हाइपोथायराइड का मेडिसिन लेके, then he or she has come for running 5 kilometers. What will you do by running 5 kilometers if you cannot manage your thyroid? So please understand, while it is good that the government has started an initiative called Fit India Movement, but I feel very sad when I find, you just Google and see Fit India Movement. You see any of the ministers running, except few of them. Are they fit? Firstly, they are not fit because they are not healthy. So running 5 kilometers and just, bragging about Fit India is not. India has to be healthy first. And then India will automatically be fit. We all need to read our health biomarkers. That is how we'll become healthy first. And that is what I'm going to cover later on in my talk. Now, we all understand what are hormones, and they are chemical messengers. They are the ones who are communicating with you. So, for example, if there is a sad news in your family, or let me give a very simple example. You are holding an iPhone 13 and suddenly that is missing and you lost it. Tears may roll down from your eyes. You cannot take a drug to stop those tears. I cannot tell you that, okay, I'm going to put an injection around your eyes and the tears will stop. That's not the first correct step. That is the wrong step. And that may be the ultimate step. but we don't reach there initially. So what is the correct step? The correct step is to find your iPhone 30, or find a problem to the find a solution to the problem which has made you cry, which has made the tears to roll down. And tears which come out from the lacrimal of the tear gland is a hormonal impulse. So we need to understand that this hormonal balance is important, and we need to address that. So if you have a PCOD, for example, a lady who's listening to me, and she has an issue of polycystic ovary, obviously there is a hormonal imbalance. If you have diabetes, you have a hormonal imbalance. And which are the hormones for all these ailments? No, it all depends. There are not just one hormone. You cannot say diabetes is only insulin, or PCOD is just follicle stimulating hormone or luteinizing hormone. No, there's a combination of too many hormones which work on your body, which ultimately completes the loop of communication, right from your brain to that particular organ or that particular system. So yes, we need to get that hormonal balance. Now you all are technical, I should say technical brains of the country. I'm not addressing an audience who will communicate with me, sir, ye sab chodo, batao khana kya hai? No, you cannot think like that. So understand what I'm telling you. Understand how to get the hormonal balance. And if you start addressing your hormonal balance, you will find that your weight, etc., your ailments, all are getting are under check. Similarly, obesity is also a hormonal disease. You know, there are people who look at obese people as if there is a lack of character or intent in that person, that he must be drinking a lot, he must be eating a lot. We have to eat and we have to drink also. But it could be that somebody who is more alcoholic, or who's taking more alcohol, who's consuming more food, who is more lazy, is not obese. And then we just make one sentence, अरे उसके ना शरीर में कुछ चढ़ता नहीं है, मैं तो एक बादाम खाता हूं, उससे भी मेरा पेट फूल जाता है. No, it's not like that. So please understand that obesity also, 95% of the cases, yes, there could be some specific reasons for obesity which is beyond hormones, but majority, yes, if you are obese, you have a major hormonal imbalance. It is a hormonal disease, and we have to look at it like that. And that is why I always say that do not fall prey to this sentence, lose weight, get healthy, lose weight, get healthy. I used to go to the Gold's Gym, वहां पे भी यही लिखा हुआ था, join us, lose weight and get healthier in life. I went to the Ayurvedic center for my weight loss, वहां पे भी उन्होंने ये लिख दिया, lose weight to get healthy. Till the time we keep thinking and keep believing that we have to first lose weight, then we'll become healthy, somebody or the other will mint money out of it. No, that's not the way you should look at it. It is get healthy first, then you lose your weight. And when it comes to losing weight, people are confused. You don't want to lose muscles. You don't want to lose blood or fluids or this thing. You only want to lose fat, body fat. So the correct thing which should be in your mind is get healthy to lose body fat. And you must always look at your body composition. Try to look at your muscle strength. Try to look at your bone density and bone strength, at your joint strength. Those are better parameters than just climbing on a weighing scale and saying that, sir, I'm stuck at 77 and it's not becoming 72, or I'm stuck at 80. Forget the 80. Work on your hormonal balance. Get your blood reports correct. You will find that while you are doing that, your body weight is also leveling up. You may lose 3 kgs of body fat and you may build up some grams of muscles. That is fantastic. And at the end of a year, you may end up building much more muscle mass in your body. Okay. In today's world, including me, myself this time, I'm wearing a smartwatch and we all are wearing it. And then we have these applications in our mobile phones. You must understand that any of these health applications, they are all about algorithms, all about mathematics. There's nothing biochemistry about it. वो जब आपको बोलता है पालक पनीर के अंदर 250 कैलोरी है, that is just an estimation. The way that palak paneer is cooked and the way that paneer is made and from where the palak is taken will all change the dynamics of that food. And then who has told that palak paneer will act similarly in all human bodies? So while you may eat the same dish, the same palak paneer or the same food, it may have a different biological and chemical response in your body as compared to somebody else. So that is why you don't just copy and paste it for all. You have to understand your body's dynamics. Second point is that quality is always critical. Now, quality of what? Quality of both the intake of food and the output of energy. You cannot just count calories and count calories. You are not Virat Kohli, who is not diabetic, who is not having any issues, and who is already who's having a better health, and who is just toning up his body for an IPL tournament. Then you can count your calories. Then Virat Kohli will get his dietitian and somebody, and he or she will start calculating as to how much of grams of protein and this and that he should take. But in our day-to-day life, we don't need to do that. We need to look at the quality of the food that we are taking. You cannot undo what harm 200 calories of gulab jamun or ice cream will do to your body. And the same 200 calories of energy coming from, say, nuts or seeds or vegetables or salads would elicit a different hormonal response inside. And same goes for your exercise. If I climb on a treadmill and put it at some incline and put it at some speed, and I move on it for whatever time and get down, it will show the same calories as it will show for somebody else who climbs on it. Because उस treadmill के अंदर कोई भूत नहीं है, कोई brain नहीं बैठा हुआ उसके अंदर. It's a machine which has been pre-fed with certain fixated algorithms. So it will generate that. If you increase the incline, it will automatically increase your calories output. And अगर उसमें अदनान सानी चल रहा है, उसमें शिल्पा शेट्टी चल रही है, will show the same thing. So it is not about the quantity, how much calories have you burned. It is about the quality. An incline of 3 for Adnan Sani example, मैंने ऐसे ले लिया. Say an obese person who climbs on it and he moves on that treadmill for in an incline 3, he may derive much more benefit than, say, somebody who's much fit and healthy, and he tries to do it at incline 4. Maybe that fit and healthy person needed to do it at incline 7 or run at a higher speed. So how do you judge? You judge it through yourself. You are your own competition in health. You don't compete with somebody else. You never say that I want to become like him. You just understand that what is wrong in me and you try to correct that. If today you can do 11 push-ups, try to do the 12th one after a week. You don't have to copy somebody कि मेरे को 30 push-ups करना है, because your body is not ready to do 30 push-ups. But if today you can do 12 push-ups and you just do 9 or 8 or 7 or you don't do, then you are not doing anything good. You can't say कि sir मैं रोज 10 push-ups लगाता. You need to understand as to how much to exert your body. What is your body and where is that exertion or point, or where is that point of everything. I'm not getting into too much of details, but yes, when you are looking at quality, try to exercise in a good intensity, at least twice a week. You can never out-exercise a bad diet. You just cannot say that, today I've eaten wrong and I've eaten all junk foods, but don't worry, tomorrow I'm going to go and do it up more in the gym. Diet is very important. You just can't neglect your diet. And believe me, there is a video of mine, Let's Talk Eating. You must all see that. I think it's 18th number video. All my videos are sequentially numbered in my channel. So you can go there and see 18th number video, where I've spoken about all these things, and that's why I've named the video Let's Talk Eating. Eating is important. But the way we perceive eating is also very cockeyed. Sometimes we want to become yogi. मैं 12 बजे खाऊंगा, मैं 8 बजे खाऊंगा, मैं 6 बजे के पहले नहीं खाऊंगा. And then on the second day, we want to go out for a late night movie. Our routine is not same every day. All of us who are right now connected, we have not taken the same amount of oxygen inside, and neither have we exhaled same amount of carbon dioxide outside. We all are humans. We are not machines and robots. So please understand that diet is the first step of metabolism. Step number one, fuel. That is what diet is. And what is correct in diet? That will differ from person to person. And that is where the dynamics come. You cannot go on Google and find out Hrithik Roshan's 30 days weight loss diet plan and start eating that. Otherwise, it's very easy. You will find a whole lot of diet plans available on the net. And we all are blindly eating, confused. So first point, what is balanced diet? Balanced diet is something which is defined in class 8th, probably NCERT biology book or science book. But the problem is that none of us are balanced now. If you are balanced, you can look at a balanced diet. But if you are imbalanced at whatever age you are, then how do you expect that your body will heal by eating a balanced diet? You obviously need to eat a diet which is slightly more modified to correct your imbalance. Diet must be nutrition dense. It should not be calorie dense. Calorie dense, but the quality of calorie will make it nutrition dense, not the quantity. 200 calories of food intake coming from healthy fats, healthy protein, healthy carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates is much, much better than taking, rusk and maida and bread and all this, sorry to use this word, all these shit. It is just making us chronic with a whole lot of ailments, and still we don't understand what is nutritional dense diet. The sub in the subway is healthy till the time those 2 loaves of maida, they may be honey coated, oats coated, I don't know what all they sell. I've forgotten because I don't eat them. At one point of time, I knew that in Subway you get 5 types of breads. And that gentleman asks you, or that guy at the counter, sir, आप कौन सा bread लेंगे? मेरे को oats वाला bread, मेरे को multigrain bread, multigrain bread then. No, it's loaded with maida. I mean, don't you and I both have that normal IQ to understand that we are pumping in 150 grams of refined flour into our body, which is going to affect our triglycerides, which is going to affect our liver. But yes, probably the inside salad, and if the fats are correct, they may be nutritionally dense. So we need to understand what is a nutritional dense diet, and we need to eat that. We must eat when we are hungry. I told you that. I gave example of the airport. Just because the flight is late, you cannot start eating it. And if you are hungry, irrespective of the fact whether the flight is late or not, you must look for food and eat a food which meets your previous requirement, which is balanced as per your body, not as per class 8th NCERT book. You must eat a nutritionally dense diet. You are hungry, you look around, of how the kings and all, or even say a poor person. Okay, it's saying recording in progress. Okay.
Yeah, I think we lost someone's connection.
Okay, no problem. So we need to understand that snacking is not normal at all. Are we playing into somebody else's hands? And that is why Amitabh Bachchan, whom I respect a lot, has to come and do an ad for what Bikaji, what that bhujia. I don't know whether he eats it at home or not. I don't think he eats that. And we all are loving that ad. Tell yourself that at his age, when I am 75 plus, I should be working like him. That is what you must learn from that ad of Amitabh Bachchan. And not that ki abhi jaake hum log Bikaji ka bhujia khayenge, which is loaded with all the wrong fats and wrong nutrition. So snacking is not normal. You don't take a bhujia and sit in the aeroplane and keep eating bhujia, remembering your nation and your country. That's what they've shown in that advertisement. तो अगर आपको भूख लगा है खाना खाओ भाई. Eat a complete, wholesome, nutritionally dense meal. Your body is telling you, I am hungry, please give me food. It is not telling me, give me junk, give me something very little. It is telling you, mere ko khana do. And when you eat, you must eat like a king or a queen. It is not breakfast, lunch, dinner. It is a meal. These breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, evening snacks, happy hours.
बट इसमें अभी क्या है कि वो उसके ट्रेलिंग में देख रहा था ना, आई डोंट थिंक वो ये सब कुछ
Please be on mute. I'm sorry, sir.
So snacking is not normal. At the same time, when you're eating a meal, eat a meal like a king or a queen. Enjoy. You cannot finish meal in 5 minutes. I mean, you have to sort out your lifestyle big time then. So I'm very busy. I'm a corporate honcho. While in the car I eat. You cannot eat in a running car. That is so. That's why these are social issues. These have become normal. और मैं किसी को बोलता हूं कि सब कुछ बंद करो, खाने के लिए बैठो, eat your food आराम से, because rolling something or holding a sandwich, because holding that sandwich has become easy, because you don't have time and you are working and you are earning money and you are very busy in your life. That is why somebody has marketed a noodles with the word 2 minute in front of it. 2-minute noodles. And we all love that word 2 minute. So everybody wants to have a quick meal ready to eat, put a pasta in hot water and it comes out and you eat that. No. Meal has to be enjoyed. And for that, I should have written in the slide, meal has to be prepared properly. That preparation includes procurement. सबको डाइट प्लान चाहिए होता है. डाइट प्लान नहीं चाहिए, डाइट की तैयारी चाहिए कि खाना कहां से लाना है, खाना कौन सा लाना है, उस खाने को कैसे रोज टेस्टी बनाना है. Because taste is a different issue altogether. Taste has nothing to do with nutrition. Once the food has crossed your esophagus and the process of digestion is started by breaking down of foods and absorption, etc., there is no taste involved. Though there are taste buds in your intestines. And this is why a lot of us start. So yes, eat like a king or queen, learn to enjoy a meal. So that is the first step of metabolism. Thereafter, once you eat, you are supposed to generate energy. Now, the problem with us is that we have got confused. Rafael Nadal or any of this tennis player, Roger Federer, who is playing his 5th set in a Grand Slam final, can take a piece of protein bar or earlier they used to take what we call the banana or something for instant sugar release so that they are able to push their body beyond a point. That is fine. But you cannot put some food into your body. पहले मैं 1 कप चाय और 2 बिस्किट खाऊंगा, फिर मैं 5 किलोमीटर वॉक पे जाऊंगा. That is senseless, baseless, and absolutely foolish way of understanding how energy is generated in your body. That's not science. वो कहीं सुनी बात है, बादाम खा के मैं वॉक पे निकलती हूं. No. You need to understand that when we talk about energy, we must understand what is cellular energy. If you Google right now, you must have heard of the word ATP. All of you are youngsters, you all go to the gym, etc. You know what is a protein shake and what is how energy is created, and that energy is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. 1 mole of 8,300 calories. 1 mole. We don't know. So we need to work and run and do our energy output from that cellular energy. That entire loop communication has to improve. पेट के अंदर आपका जिंदगी वैसा चल रहा है that after every 2 hours, every 3 hours, something into your mouth, and you feel very good when you put 2 biscuits into your mouth and you're able to work better on a computer. There is a big problem in your body. You have a major. Okay. The third is that, strength. So you have got the energy. Now you need to convert that into something. And that something is work. And that work is not mundane total work. Work has to be defined in terms of strength in your body. If you are eating good and correct, and it meets all the other criteria, your metabolism is getting better every day, how is it that your strength is not improving? And strength, what I covered earlier, strength in your muscles, in your skeletal muscle mass, that needs to improve your joint health, your bone density, etc., your mood, your energy levels. That all will show if your cellular energy is good. And then you can say that, yes, all my systems are working properly. That is what is metabolism. Your digestive system, your respiratory system, your circulatory system, your excretory system, your endocrine is working fine. That is a good metabolic body. That's good metabolism. Okay. And for all this, you have to have an optimum biochemistry. You cannot just, believe that मैं कुछ भी खाऊंगा और उससे energy निकलेगा. I told you that breaking down of food is also different in different human bodies. I take lean protein. You also take lean protein. We both eat 100 grams of chicken. It doesn't mean that that chicken is getting broken down correctly. We both have to eat some fat. We've taken an egg, and the fat in the egg yolk broke down in our intestine, because the way my liver makes bile is also a hormonal initiated action. So then comes your absorption. उसके बाद ये intestine में अंदर जाता है, small intestine. फिर वहां से absorption शुरू होता है. Now the food which does not get absorbed comes into your large intestines for fermentation. फिर वो potty बन के बाहर निकल जाता है, gets excreted out. Now everybody's absorption is also not same. And that is why I said that, just by calculating what type of food you need to eat and what you have eaten does not mean that you have done your job. That is just the first step. आपने मुंह में अंदर डाला खाना, अब खाना मुंह से अंदर गया, उसके बाद क्या होगा? So I have just listed out few important points. The oxidant, and that's why they say, take antioxidants in your diet. So लोग बादाम का छिलका बाहर निकाल देते हैं, because वो कहते हैं उसमें फाइटिक एसिड है, उससे जो है होता है. वो बाबा रामदेव से लेकर सबने वो बोल रखा है इसको. But people in my health group know that there are many who have taken badams with the skin, because for everything there is a plus and a minus. There is a flip side of everything. So it is rich in antioxidants. So I take with the skin, and there's nothing wrong in it. But yes, antioxidants are required. They play a major role in your oxidative stress. That has a major role in your metabolism. Hormonal imbalances, we've spoken a lot about. Mitochondrial dysfunction, mitochondrial density. You and I may have the same number of cells in our body, but that does not define that both of us have the same amount, the same quantity of mitochondria, which generates power in your body. So by doing certain things, by eating in a particular manner, by living your lifestyle in a particular manner, you can increase your mitochondrial density. So when you exercise, when you eat, when you don't eat, when you sleep, when you manage your stress, they all are with a purpose of improving this complete metabolism, which is so critical in understanding a good health. Okay, the next point is take care of your second brain, second heart. Now, many of you may know what is your second brain and second heart, but quickly, second brain is your gut, intestines. I spoke about absorption of food from there. The intestinal health is as important as your brain health. And that is why there is something called the brain-gut connection. If you Google and try to read about it, you will find that so many books and so many research have happened on these on particular sites, the connection between the brain and the gut. And a good gut health is absolutely mandatory for improving your hormonal balance. Okay. The second heart is your calf muscles. Now, why is it called the second heart? Because the first heart which you have, you know what it does. It pumps pumps out blood. So it's a machine, and that blood goes through our arteries. That is the oxygenated blood. But the deoxygenated blood, which has to come back to our heart, to the veins, they need somebody to push it back. There is no heart down below. And that is why the calf is called the second heart. So while you all may be very, very, fancy about मैं cardio करता हूँ, cardio exercise. Cardio is good. That's one part of the battle. The second part of the battle, even while sitting, you can do your calf exercise, because ultimately it is the calf muscle which will push the blood through the brains against the gravity back to your heart. Okay, I think I've got last two slides. So this is what? This is neat. So see, in 24 hours, you may say that, sir, morning 6 to 7, no, I go to the gym, or I do my or I go swimming, or I go for yoga. You may do whatever for so-called perceived fitness or good health. But अक्षय कुमार का एक डायलॉग है, मैं 1 घंटे जिम में क्या करता हूँ वो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, मैं बाकी 23 घंटे लाइफ में क्या करता हूँ, that is important. So the balance 23 hours, which is shown in green, is need of non-size active thermogenesis. Of course, in this, for 7 to 8 hours, you will be resting and sleeping. But you cannot be sleeping and resting for more than that. But unfortunately, what has happened? You all are doing that. So people that need by standing more. Aap log, I don't know if you can watch me or not. Or once I finish the presentation, I am not sitting and giving that. You will not find a single YouTube video of mine in which I am sitting. Morning when I get up from bed at whatever time, I only go back to my bed in the night. I try and avoid, sitting on big recliners and this thing, unless and until, you come back from a run, or you come back from a good exercise and you're very tired and you really want to relax your body. So we need to understand that the balance 23 hours or what, when we are not exercising, is very important. We need to stand more. We need to move more. The moment you get an opportunity, volunteer. Your friend wants a cup of tea, you say, I will go and get it. Climb stairs. Stop using this lift. Today, most of us are staying in flats and all these, high-rise buildings. Start using stairs. And please, somebody sitting there, don't ridicule and don't laugh. I do it. People who know me, there are few people who are probably stay around me and they are also listening. And people who know me, who have seen me, they know what I'm talking. You can climb a 18-story building through stairs. It's all state of mind. And so learn to climb stairs. Don't have to climb 18 stories, but at least don't, get into the lift, because that's your need. जब मौका मिलता है, थोड़ा सा आपने active रखना है अपने आप. If you can do nothing, I'm not talking about squatting to do exercise. I'm talking about squatting to do your normal work. If you have to lift something, you have to lift something from ground. Try to squat and lift it. Try to push and pull something. Try to lift something in your hands. These are all normal, non-active, non-exercise active thermogenesis. And definitely, if you are sitting for 8 hours and 9 hours and 10 hours in front of your laptops and PCs, that's a big, big thumbs down for me. What you do, that's your outlook. I can only leave you with thoughts. I've given you example of mine. I'm standing live in front of you and I'm standing and talking. And I have taken talks for 3 hours and 4 hours standing, and that's absolutely normal. So teachers do it. The professors who have back-to-back classes and they stand for 4 hours in a day. That output is much, much better than going and doing a 5-kilometer walk on a treadmill. Believe me. Okay. So what is required? You need to eat correct as per your health. I have already covered that we are not robots. We are all humans. We all have to identify what is correct for me and what is not correct for me. If you have got a thyroid issue, you cannot take mustard. You cannot take coffee. You cannot take goitrogens in your food. Simple and straight. You cannot say that just because Gautam Guha told me or X, Y, and Z told me. I never tell anyone to follow anyone. In my group, I have said nobody will use the word that, I follow so and so. You follow your body. That's it. And as per that, you must eat correct. If you are balanced, try to eat all healthy food, simple and straight. Try to minimize your refined carbs and refined flours and all these junk foods. That's it. Eat when you are hungry. That's my next point. Eat 3 meals. And I will not come to intermittent fasting and 2 meals because you all are young. You all can reverse your health by eating 3 meals. To share my personal example, today morning Atharva called me and I asked him, Atharva, what is the target audience? He says all are young, 25, 27, 28. I go, what's your age? He says, I'm 23. I said, you are my daughter's age. And my daughter, if you go and see my video number 30, where I've covered probably her transformation in very brief. She also had issues with, and she didn't even while you are doing your college or work. So look at eating correctly. Eating and fasting, they complement each other. Intermittent fasting, you all know, is something like 16 hours or 18 hours or 20 hours or whatever hours of not eating. It's always good. You must do that. After your last meal of the day, which is your dinner, you must give an adequate gap till your first meal of the day, which is the breakfast of the next day. And if you're giving a gap beyond breakfast time, you may call it brunch. If you go even beyond that, you may call it lunch. That, sir, मैं breakfast नहीं करता हूँ, मैं lunch करता हूँ. So what we use in our health groups is that first meal of the day and last meal of the day. So it could be first meal of the day, second meal of the day, and the last meal of the day. But try to eat as less number of times as possible. But when you eat, go back to the first slide, the first bullet. You cannot eat wrong. You need to eat nutritionally dense, wholesome food. And then only you will be able to survive through, and the body will utilize the nutrients of that particular diet plate. And then it will give you the signal that, okay, now it is 6 hours, 8 hours. Now it's time to eat again. Okay. Get active. We all are doing something or the other in our life. We all go to office. We all are working. We all are doing our job, be it at home, be it outside. We need to get active. And now with this COVID thing happening, most of us are indoors. So be it. So be it. मेरे हेल्थ ग्रुप में अभी मेरे स्टॉक को भी लोग ऐसे सुन रहे हैं जो जिन्होंने पिछले साल अपना 10-10, 15-15 kg कम किया हुआ in COVID times. You cannot give any excuse to yourself. No? Try to mix high intensity interval training along with your cardio. Pick up some good videos of HIIT from YouTube, put it on your laptop, put it on your mobile, play it, do a 10-minute workout. You can take out a much better output by doing a 10-minute of good intensity workout. If you don't have time to go for a 45 minutes cardio or easy paced walk. At the same time, also look at NEAT, non-exercise part. So when you are not exercising, balance time, you cannot be just slouching and sitting and be on a sofa or a bed. Whatever age you may, try to stand on your legs. Sitting is one of the major cause of various lifestyle ailments. So please stand and move. Your body will, initially you will have problems, but it will just get better. Okay. Try to put in something like meditation or yoga or something like that. I'm not good in that. I've never meditated in my life. But yes, that works on your stress hormones, on your cortisol levels. Sleep. Now, this is another problem with the modern generation. If you sleep at 1 o'clock, no problem. Get up at 8 o'clock. You cannot get up at 5 then. You cannot sleep for 4 hours and try to fix your health. Try to fix your hormonal imbalance. And for your stress, to keep it down, you must pursue your hobbies, whatever you like. And once you have done all this, you will find that, yes, the results are showing up. Now, for this to happen, you also, within you must have 3 Ds. And what are those 3 Ds? desire, drive and determination, and discipline. I will not dwell upon these topics much, but you need to get this correct. While most of you may have the first two, desire, drive, and determination, it is the discipline which matters a lot, and you have to become self-disciplined. And once you do these 3 Ds, then the 4th D becomes very, very important, because there are a lot of people who have all the above Ds, and still they don't find results. They don't find that their health is improving. They don't see tangible results, and then they give up, and then the motivation level goes down. That 4th D is direction. You have to be in the right path, in the right direction. You can't start walking from Pune to Bombay and take the other way around, and then in the night you find that, oh, main to galat jagah chala gaya. If you are putting in efforts, that effort has to be in the right direction. Then only you will remain motivated, and you will enjoy the process. Now, I, of course, help people through various things, YouTube being one of them. Then I have my health group in, I've not put an icon of Telegram. I've got a health group in Telegram also. My WhatsApp number is shared. If anyone has a specific issue, they can always connect. There are many people who connect every day with me. So that's not an issue at all. And that's it. So I will just stop sharing my presentation and come live. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
So thank you.